So there's my fancy redneck shower setup for this summer. So I like both systems quite a lot. Uh, the Gusher whale pump that claims to pump 4 gallons a minute. That's pretty close. I haven't timed it, but it's got to be pretty close. The downside to that is the connectors. Even if you get those clear water pipe connectors, the flexible ones, they're still not very flexible, right? So, and you could probably somehow hook up a shower head to that. Now, I've got several water hose sprayers kicking around over the years, even though I haven't used them for years. I've still got them, and I just dug one out, cleaned it up. It goes right on the end of the hose. That's what they're made for. The reason I do not like that setup is because unless you're well balanced, one foot is planted on the shower bottom, and the other one is that you can use your heel to rest your heel to pump that whale pump lever. But still, if your balance is off, you're really tired, you had too much to drink, which you never have to worry about that here. Not with me. You could lose your balance quite easily. You could sit down, bring a shower chair in there, sit down and use it that way. That's always an option. But I like the whale pump because you don't have to rely on anything but yourself to make the water flow. You don't have to charge it up, nothing. You don't have to plug it in. So that's why I like that. Now, woman off grid with dog, she's the one that introduced me to this system here. I think hers, I couldn't find one like hers. I tried. I'm sure they're out there, but I tried. The closest I could come to was this one here. This one does not float. It sinks right down to the bottom. So your bucket that you are sucking from, pumping from, there can't be any sediment on the bottom of the bucket, or it's going to suck it up. Maybe plug this up and maybe plug the sprayer up. So it's got to be clean water with no sediment on the bottom of the bucket. You probably could make a floater for this. It probably wouldn't be too hard. So as the water went down, it would go down with it as well, instead of this going all the way down to the bottom, because it sits just like this on the bottom of the bucket. And this here is the pump. It's a cute little thing, and I fully charged it when I got it, and it fully charges from the time I leave here, plug it into my charger port in my vehicle, and by the time I get to work, drive to work, this is already fully charged. So it doesn't take much to charge this. I've gone several showers on a single charge, and you barely know that any has been used. So this is really good. So I like both of them. One is more convenient. This right here would be more convenient if you wanted to grab this and a bucket and go around the corner of the house or whatnot, strip down to your nakedness, take a shower. This system is really good. Or take this system and go into a tent, a shower tent or whatnot. So this is portable. The whale Gusher pump system, the manual foot pump that pumps 4 gallons a minute, and it pumps on the way down and it pumps on the way back up, it's not very portable. And you also need to secure that foot pump to something, because you're not going to be able to work it if you don't have it secured to something like a piece of plywood. You're going to press down, the thing's going to tip and turn, and so it has to be braced on, it has to be attached to something. But you could bring a piece of plywood maybe to stand on with that screwed down, that pump screwed to the plywood, and you could probably tote that around with a 5-gallon bucket full of water. You probably could do that as well. But I find this more portable, and I find that the whale pump gusher rainwater system more of a stationary. I use both interchangeably. I do. I really do. So I'll have to look up how much this costs. I think I got it from Walmart online. And the whale gusher system, I believe I bought that 10 years ago. I'm not kidding. I think they still make them. Somebody told me they did. But they've got different variations. That cost me back then $125 just for the foot pump. And that didn't come with any hoses or anything. You had to supply your hose connector system. It just came in a box with a pump. Now, I've got the box this came with. I don't know how much this pumps per minute. No idea. It might say it on the box or in the instructions. The instructions are so small, folks, I can't read them even with my reading glasses on. It might say in the instructions. I don't know. But I don't even know what brand this is. Made in China. USB input, 5-volt capacity, 22-hour, 2,200 amp hour, made in China. So I will look up, see how much I paid for this. And I know the whale gusher foot pump, that was $125 just for the pump itself. This here came with everything included. All you had to do is supply the bucket and the water source. That's it. That's it. So I hope that helps. I hope you didn't laugh too hard at my outside shower. Like I said, it's temporary, it's seasonal for this year. One of these days, maybe I'll get a shower house, make a shower house, build a shower house for seasonal use, like Carrie at Woman Off Grid with Dogs. She's got a really nice setup. Folks, you ought to go over there and check her channel out. Look up her shower setup system. That's where I got the idea for this. Thank you very much, Carrie. I appreciate that. That woman comes up with the coolest things I never even knew they invented. So thank you for that. Y'all have a good day. And if you saw the earlier video that I finally posted, I did that video like at 6:30 this morning. It didn't post until, I don't know, 1, 2 o'clock this afternoon. So it's taken forever to post. But if you saw that video, you saw a little bit of a vulnerability side of me. I was a little, I tried not to be, but I was a little teary-eyed making that video. So us country folk aren't as tough as a lot of us think we are. We have big hearts, and that's just the way it is. So if you saw that, thank you for watching. If you didn't see that, and if you want to see old hippie chick tear up, then go watch it. Other than that, move right on by, folks. Bye-bye.